What are the bankruptcy waiting periods for refiling? Imagine you're trying to get a fresh start after financial struggles, but there are rules about how soon you can try again. That's where bankruptcy waiting periods come into play. These are specific time frames set by law that tell you how long you need to wait before filing for bankruptcy again. They help prevent people from repeatedly using bankruptcy as a quick fix and make sure you genuinely need help before getting another discharge of debts. If you previously filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which is the type where most unsecured debts like credit cards and medical bills are wiped out, you have to wait a year from the date you filed the first case before you can file another Chapter 7. If you try to file sooner, you won't be eligible for a discharge in the new case. For those who filed Chapter 13 bankruptcy, which involves creating a repayment plan to pay back some debts over 3 to 5 years, the waiting period is 2 years between filings. This means you need to wait at least 2 years from the date you filed your first Chapter 13 before you can file again and get a discharge. Switching from Chapter 7 to Chapter 13 has a waiting period of 4 years. You need to wait for years from your first Chapter 7 filing before you can file Chapter 13 and get a discharge. Conversely, if you are moving from Chapter 13 to Chapter 7, there is generally no mandatory waiting period if you paid at least 70% of your claims in the previous Chapter 13 case and your plan was proposed in good faith. If you paid less than 70% or the case was not in good faith, you might have to wait 6 years before filing again for a discharge. If you have filed for bankruptcy more than once within the last 7 years, the law says you must wait 5 years from the most recent dismissal date before you can file again and be eligible for a discharge. Keep in mind, these waiting periods are counted from the filing date, not the discharge date. Also, if a bankruptcy case was dismissed with prejudice, meaning it was dismissed due to bad faith or abuse, you might be barred from refiling for a certain period or even indefinitely. Filing too soon can cause you to lose your chance at a discharge, and it might lead to your case being dismissed altogether. Knowing these waiting periods is important for planning your next steps. It's always a good idea to talk with a bankruptcy attorney to understand your specific situation and make sure you follow the rules correctly.